Where should I begin? So much has happened as externally I went out and experienced certain things that would trigger me, that would remind me, or it will guide me to the knowing that I need to realize within myself that I was like, oh, what I have been really reminded of is being in the flow. Going in the flow of things and trusting the intuition has been bringing me to very beautiful experiences. And what I have been experiencing as I let go of things as well is like, wow, these moments is what inspires me. These moments is what motivates me and drives me, gives me so much gratefulness as I have these experiences. Going with the flow has definitely made me feel stressless and very relaxed. And on top of that, I also decided to go in the flow with my romantic self as well. Like with my romantic feelings, even though I do have feelings for someone, I trust that if it's meant to be, it will be. It will all come together and it will happen. In this case, at the moment where I am, what's happening now, all I can do is be in the flow and trust whatever will happen next will happen. Losing control of things is sounding scary, but honestly, it's so liberating to lose the control or the need to have the control of things. So that has been my enlightenment of the week. I would like to really address something as well. It's about having the need for stimulation. And the things I enjoy doing, it hasn't been stimulating me. I don't know if it's the case that I have been overstimulated, so now I just need to keep topping up that stimulation of needs. Or it's really the case that my brain has recognized all the patterns and all the things that is happening that it's like predictable, or it's like nothing new. And that's why I'm like in this like, oh my god, I keep wanting to find something that will stimulate me. And there was a moment in these parties that I ended up in that had me seeing a rabbit hole. I saw that if I'm not even aware of what was happening with myself in my brain seeking for stimulation, I will go down to this rabbit hole of substance abuse. And what I mean with that is, in the case of being in parties, you can be quite exposed to different type of substances. And for me, I do enjoy substances. I enjoy psychedelics a lot. Like, I am a big believer in psychedelics and I see it as medicine. But there are points where like it's not enough anymore. And I see like, then you'll go harder and bigger or like deeper into other substance. And that really freaks me out, that idea of me seeing that possibility happening, that if I don't have any self-control, I can become lost in these things. And that is like a very confronting thought and realization and awareness that came across me. And with this thought and awareness, I'm thinking, what should I do with this? Oh no, this is quite dangerous. If I lose myself in my self-control, I will probably lose myself and not be able to achieve the things I want to achieve, because I might lose my mind, or I might just get so lost in it that I have no way out of it, or it's really hard to get out of it, I realize, okay, how am I going to like keep myself in a very clean Zen party animal type position with myself? So I've really been thinking, oh my gosh, how would I avoid myself falling into these rabbit holes? And I really want to keep myself as a Zen psychedelic party animal but I don't want to be abusing any substances. To stop myself from wanting more stimulation, I decided to focus that desire within my body. I have been chubby to fat since child, and with this, I have not really seen my muscle ever. Like, you know, like I have only been seeing fat. So with this, I have now been going to the gym almost every day for the past 2 months. I've been working out, playing on the equipment, and finding myself feeling so physically exhausted and mentally, because there's so much self-discipline to like, oh, keep going, feel that burn. And it's just like I fully exhaust myself so much mentally, physically, that I find myself not seeking for stimulation, because I'm feeling like, yeah, my body is I'm good, I'm okay. And with that, there are points where when I push myself so hard, I then get into these, what the athlete calls it, the runner high. And that's a thing. I honestly have been feeling that a lot in dancing, and like, I'm gonna call it the dancer's high. But the music hasn't been stimulating me enough to dance to that point. And my stamina from dancing and all these physical things that I go through is so high that I don't even feel any physically exhaustion, even though after hours. So it takes a lot for me to be like, oh my god, I'm feeling that high. And I realized though, in strength, I'm not that strong. Like, I have a lot of stamina, but I don't have a lot of strength. So when I'm like pushing myself to like lift these things, I'm finding that struggle, and that brings me into a runner's high. So that's really been interesting to realize, like, ooh, okay, I see why there are a lot of people addicted to the gym or dedicated to the gym, because it's another sensation that you can achieve with yourself. And once you do achieve this, you get into that routine of like keeping that physique. And honestly, I really want to have the experience of looking into the mirror where I'm like, whoa, girl, oh my gosh, you was someone I just want to like do everything with and for, and oh my gosh, you are so beautiful. This is what I want to experience when I look into the mirror. So it's definitely been a good shift in my need of stimulation and putting it in the gym. So yeah, that is basically everything for now that I would like to update you on. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey. I will see you in the next one.